Okay, so this is the look that I have come up with, inspired by my new Urban Decay product. I haven't used Urban Decay products exclusively, but almost exclusively, so shout out to my Urban Decay haul from Outlook. So I'm going to start with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer with this wonderful little squeezy tube. I'm going to apply that all over my lid, right up to my brow. And this is going to prevent creasing. It's going to help the colors pop. And it's going to make our makeup last a lot longer than if we didn't use a base at all. I recommend always using a base when you're doing eyeshadow that you plan on wearing all day. Like, obviously not when you're experimenting to be using a base, but when you want something to be wearable, I definitely recommend using a base. But choose a base that's appropriate to what you're doing, right? I mean, this is the original eyeshadow primer. It's the original, neutral color. But they have other colors that help accentuate different looks. Like, they have one that's a little bit metallic. When I'm doing a neutral look, I actually really like to use this primer right here. This is Benefit's Lemonade. I was talking about this a little bit earlier when I was talking about the duochrome in the shade stick in Sin. The fact that it's like a peachy, goldeny duochrome helps bring out, the attributes of a nude look on a pale skin. And that's what I like about this primer as well, is that it's a yellow color, so when I use it under browns, it helps browns pop on my pale skin. But anyways, that's just a little side note. The brow pencil I'm going to be using today, which I'll do now as the primer's drying. The dry time isn't very long on this primer, which is one of the reasons why it doesn't crease. But anyways, it's just the order I do my makeup in. You don't have to do it this way. This is NYX or NYX eyebrow pencil number 916 Auburn. And I really like this color. I feel like it accentuates my skin tone. It matches my hair color pretty well, which is of course dyed. Okay, so the first color I'm going to be using is from the Book of Shadows. It's this really pretty color called Blue Bust. Now, I think it's interesting that it's called Blue Bust because to me it really reads on the skin more like a lavender. Like, I really get purple from this color. I don't get blue from it. And you'll have to excuse my shoddy use of brushes today. I left all my good brushes in Canada, so today I ran out and bought some really cheap ones. So if you're thinking, oh my god, you should totally be using a different brush for that step, it's true, I know. So I'm going to apply Blue Bust to the middle part of my lid. I'm going to leave my inner corner open. We're going to do something really pretty there later on. I'm not going to go into my crease or really too far out into the outer corner because we're going to be using a different color there as well, and I don't want them to be mixing too much. I just want them to complement each other. The next color I'm going to be using is called Gravity. It's this pretty, almost muted purple, and it's got a nice bit of shimmer to it. It's sort of a deeper pastel-y purple, if you get where I'm going with that. You'll see. So I'm going to apply that to my crease. Just in small movements, make sure we're really packing the color on because of the crappy brush I'm using. And I'm just bringing it down the side, following my crease line. And I'm just going to blend it up a little bit because I don't want a harsh line. I'm going for more of a smoky vibe with this look. Okay, so now I'm going to start on my highlight. And for this, I'm not going to use the silly little smudger thing that I used there. I'm going to use this smudging brush, which I bought today, and I actually really like. I didn't have a smudging brush this great of a shape yet, so this is really nice. It's by Bourgeois Paris. It was 10 euros. And then this is the synthetic tip. It says it's for outlining. I'm going to use it for glitter application, as you will see. The first color I'm going to use to start my highlight is Crystal from the Book of Shadows. All the shadows I'm using today are from the Book of Shadows. And this is like a silvery blue color, and it's really pretty. It reminds me of the loose pigment called Lumi by Sugar Pill, but the duochrome is not as dramatic on this one. But I'm going to apply that directly above where I applied Gravity, that purple color, to my crease. I'm just smudging along the top of where I applied that, so that we're really blending those colors so that upwards towards my brow I have a nice fade of colors, and we want those to really blend here. And then I'm going to bring Crystal, that same silvery blue color that we were just using, into the inner corner where we left it open. Remember, I mentioned that earlier, that I wanted to leave the inner corner open for a new color. I didn't apply blue bust to the inner corner. I left a fairly sizable chunk of it open for Crystal. Yeah. The last highlighting color I'm going to be using is Zephyr from this palette. It reminds me a lot of Vanilla from the 15-year anniversary palette. It's a pretty common highlighting color, especially for paler skin tones. And I'm just going to apply that directly under my brow here, under the arch of my brow. And then directly in the inner corner where my eye meets like my nose bone. And then I'm just going to take my finger and blend it out like that, so we don't have a harsh line there. Not an attractive place to have a harsh line. Not at all. I'm gonna stick my brow. It's okay. Okay, we're good. Okay. Now comes the fun part of this look, my favorite part. We are going to apply glitter to the crease. If you see here, like my main crease shadow is glitter, and that is the most exciting thing in the world to me. So let's get started. I have to open this glitter up, which I wasn't able to do earlier for some reason, but I got it open. And that is the product. If you can see how maximally glitterful that is, it's great. It's just like, it's beautiful. I'm so happy with these glitters. So happy. So the technique I'm going to be using to apply this glitter is to use this synthetic tip here. I'm actually just going to clean the glitter off it for a second because I'm going to dip it into my bottle of Ben Nye glitter glue. And I don't want to get glitter in there because then the next time I go to use it, if I'm using a different color of glitter, I'm going to have like mixed glitter galore in here, and that's not what I'm going for. Not like a mixed bag of glitter. So I'm actually just applying the glue to the tip of this brush with the brush from the bottle, and then allowing the excess to drip off. And now I'm going to take this tip and I'm going to apply it right into my crease, right into the cavity sort of, you know what I mean? Where your brow bone sort of leaves that indent in your eye. And just tapping the glue off so that the area is really tacky. I don't want it to be like this harsh plot of glue because I'm not going for like a harsh line. I'm almost going for like a smoky glitter look, which I know is maybe a little bit ambitious because it's kind of I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit difficult because with glitter it's so much easier to like outline in glue the area that you want the glitter in and then apply it, but this is the look I wanted to go for today. So I'm using the same motions with which I applied the glue. I'm just dabbing at my crease with the glitter here. And this actually takes a lot of building, unfortunately. I'd be a bit patient because it doesn't look right away. Go back and get some more glitter. And I'm just tapping it. Allow the glitter to stick. Gotta build it a little bit more because of course we want our eyes to match. I'm actually going to go in with a tiny bit more glue because I feel like I overworked it a little bit when I was dabbing it on, and now it's just not doing quite what I need it to. Just tap that on the areas that aren't quite tappy anymore. Putting back into my glitter. There we go. And what I'm doing with my glitter when I get it on the tip to prevent like mass amounts of fallout, like it's impossible to avoid all fallout with this kind of a product, but to avoid as much fallout as can be avoided, when I dip it into the glitter, I'm then tapping it off in the lid. I do that with my loose pigments as well because that is the best technique I have found to avoid fallout. I just hate wasting product that way. And again, I feel like I need just a little bit more glue in my outer corner there. I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't have enough product in the initial glue application stage or whatever you want to call it. There we go. And it's really tempting for me because I often match my crease up with my bottom liner, but I'm going to be using a different product in my bottom liner. It's really tempting for me to just go like, whoop, but I'm resisting. So I'm going to just clean off a little bit of that glitter. I'm not going to be using that brush again, so it's not a dire situation that it be sparklingly clean. But the next step I'm going to do is to apply some black liner to my bottom lid, and for this step I'm going to be using MAC Fluid Line, not Perversion because I need a gel liner, not a liquid liner, and that is like full-on liquid, which is not working for this step. Because I already used it on the other eye to do glitter after I applied the bottom liner, I'm using the bottom bit of the brush to actually dig a bit of the fluid line out of the pot and then apply it to my hand and then apply it to the brush. And the reason I'm doing that is because this brush has glitter on it. If I dip it into my fluid line will forever have glitter in it, and I don't want that. So that's the technique I use to avoid mixing those products. And I'm just gonna, on the outer corner, apply it to the bottom bit of my lid. So that's as far as I'm gonna go, like outside the water line. And then I'm gonna line the water line all the way to the inner corner. More product. Okay, now while that is still tacky, especially while it's still tacky on my brush, I'm going to take a bit of the gray glitter. Show that to you in a sec. Sorry, I already got it on my brush. And I'm going to just apply that directly over where I applied the liner. Obviously not putting the glitter in my waterline because that would hurt like a you-know-what. Bit more glitter. And just like glitter galore. Look at me, I'm so glittery. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up my bottom lid first by taking a fluffy brush and getting rid of the excess glitter, the fallout, which I don't want because it's not attractive. And I'm just flicking it away with my fluffy brush. I actually really like this brush. This is like one of the cheapest face application brushes. My mom got it for me for traveling, which is why it's one of the only brushes that I managed to bring because it was in my travel case. But it's actually great because you go like that and then you can pop the lid back on and then like close it up, right? But I find that this way, when it's stiffer like that, I can get rid of fallout so much more easily. And then when it's like this, of course, it's really nice for blush and stuff. Did I just put glitter all over my cheek? I did. Why did I do that? Okay, so the last step on the bottom is going to be with our smudger brush again, which somehow has glitter in it. I'm going to take crystal and smudge that along the inner sort of third-ish of the lower lash line. That sort of helps to open up the eye. Okay, and then the very last step is going to be to apply my liquid liner to the top. And for this step I am using Perversion, that beautiful jet black liquid liner. And I love that this has a brush tip. I don't like felt tip liquid liners. I don't. I feel like I have so much more control with a brush tip. I also love that this is like blackest black. Okay, so that really is it for the eyes. You're probably thinking, what about lashes? But I actually have eyelash extensions, which I don't want to put mascara on because then it gets clumpy and then I have to like go and pick it off and pull it off the extensions and then the extensions pull out. I'm not doing it today. I'm not. Sorry guys. But I will show you what this mascara is like because I want to show it off because it's wonderful. Also, my sister's homesick from school and I think she's feeling a bit neglected, so I'm going to use her to show off this mascara. I'll be right back. So this is my sister Michelle. She's sick, has a horrible sounding cough. She also has beautiful eyelashes, but we're going to show off this mascara on her anyways. You need a clip in your hair. There's a clip in my hair. Okay, now it's in your hair. This mascara is gorgeous. It's like Perversion. It's that blackest black, wonderful Urban Decay color, and the wand is such a great shape. Like there's so much control there. I love it. Even though this is travel size, there's tons of product in here, like all Urban Decay products. They're just locked and loaded. So this is called the whatever curling super curling mascara, and it's gonna make for curly rama. So yeah, make your eyes like half closed. Got a good amount of length to it too, and like I said, the color is that wonderful blackest black color. It's just jet black, no doubt about it. Oh, hello, Kitty. Oops, that's my eye. This really does add
Oh my
a lot
gosh! Oh my goodness, cat.
the cat. Okay. This really does add.
Okay, off you go.
It really does add a lot of curl to the eyelashes. Michelle's gonna do a close up, but first I'm gonna close your eye.
Ew!
Relax. If she was a client, I'd obviously use a Q-tip and some makeup remover, but she's my sister. Oh, I had glitter on my hands. Just show off your eyelashes. See, there is a really good curling effect there. Like, they call it the super curling mascara, and that sounds ridiculous, but it really is a great curling mascara. So that is that product. Yay! So one of the important things about this tutorial is that you should not have done your foundation before you attempted the whole glittery eye thing. So I'm going to now do my foundation. My routine is pretty simple. I moisturize and then I prime, which I've already done, and then I buff on a powder foundation. This is a Quo foundation. You can get it at drugstores. I got this at Shoppers Drug Mart in Vancouver. This is their Satin Face Pressed Powder, and Satin Faced is a good description of this, actually. It's a really smooth feeling powder. It comes with this little sponge. I use that when I'm trying to get things done quickly, you know, but I prefer to buff it on with a brush. I get a much more even coverage that way. And usually I would have used a concealer first as well, but my skin has not been that great lately, and I'm kind of just letting it breathe, you know. You gotta let it breathe sometimes. Yeah, it's a nice smooth coverage. I love that. For a contour, going to be using a Color Institute contour from this little Travel Color Institute palette. I love Color Institute. They've got a great variety of products. I think their bronzer and contouring powders are my favorite product by them though. Their eyeshadows, I find I fight with them for coverage. I don't know, I just haven't been able to agree with them. So I just dropped brushes everywhere. I'll deal with it later. If I can get this open, I will show you some contouring. There we go. I'm going to use this color, which is sort of like a beigey peach color, for my contouring. Michelle's yelling at me. I'm not sure why. So for my last step, I'm going to be taking this Sephora blush, which is my favorite blush. As you can tell, it's all broken and kind of gross, but it is called Blush Me blush, and the color is Corail Frisson. Corail Frisson? I'm going to go with Corail Frisson. It's blush number 5. And what I do, because it's all broken, I put this brush almost so that it's closed, so that I can pick the product up, like break it, and then pick it up with the tip of the brush, and then dab it off, because it always gets way too much product. And then I just buff it right onto the outer parts of my cheeks. I have like a heart-shaped face, so if I put it right on the apples of my cheeks, it's not so attractive, really. Again, just picking up some product. Okay, and finally for the lips, I'm going to use a mixture of MAC's Ravishing lipstick, which is my favorite coral lipstick. It's so pretty. And then over top of that, I'm going to put Chanel lip gloss number 109. It's this really pretty, like, pink base lip gloss with coral glitter, and it's so pretty. I really like it. So and lipstick over top. Or lip gloss for over top, rather. Alright, so that is my look for today, inspired by all my new Urban Decay products. I hope you like it. If you don't, I don't really care. Check out my Tumblr. I'm going to post a link in the description below. Also post a link to Outlook, Urban Decay website, blah 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 blah. When I do my swatch posts on Tumblr, I'll come back and post a link to those, because you might want to take a look at those if you like this video. And yeah, keep coming back. I'm sure there's going to be lots more videos to come because I really enjoyed making this one. So, please, subscribe. Catch you guys later. Bye!